Hey guys, welcome back to my episode. Welcome back to my channel, not my episode. Today I'm covering Insecure season 4, episode 2. I was really feeling this episode. I was yelling, screaming, having a good time. I hate that the episodes are 30 minutes because just everything goes by so quickly. That it takes me like at least maybe 3 days to process what I've learned from the episode, because it's just here's information. So you start off with like one of the first scenes is Molly getting her back blown out by, as Twitter likes to call it, Asian Bae, aka Andrew. So they've made up, they're having a grand old time, which I'm just like, live your best life. Like, if you find someone you want to be with and they want to be with you, take it slow, but like have fun. So they're having a grand old time. You see them, and mind you, I might be a little bit all over the place because I'm trying to recollect what went on. I just watched it literally 5 minutes ago, so I haven't even had time to process it. But I have something to do after this, so that's why I wanted to hurry up and get this out. So I'm guessing it's around Halloween time, because it's LA, they don't have like weather changes like they do here, so I was just like, is this Halloween? Like, why are they getting dressed up? But it was Halloween. And they're all talking amongst themselves, and Molly brings up that they have really good sexual chemistry. The problem is she doesn't really know much about him because he's not a talker. Which, it's okay. Some men don't like to talk, some men prefer the women to talk, and women like to talk. But if I'm getting to know you, we need to have in-depth conversations as well, and not just like, oh, you like to have sex? I like to have sex. Let's have sex. And so she wants to get to know him more. So she's planning a dinner, like a Netflix and chill type of date, where she cooks and he gets to share his feelings more. In the meantime, Issa meets up with Khandala. It gets a little bit awkward, but it's because of the whole Lawrence thing, and I feel like Issa and Khandala have both gone to Lawrence for kind of validation in being okay with this and being okay with their friendship. Lawrence says he's okay, but he's not okay because he thinks it's super weird. He doesn't know the things that Issa's gonna share. He doesn't want Khandala to be tainted with Issa's knowledge of him because, as we know, when they were together, he really wasn't doing much with his life. And he is at a different point in his life, but you can't pretend like the past hasn't happened. So you see Issa and Khandala, they're kind of awkward and stuff, but they have very, very good chemistry with each other. And they've decided, okay, we're to have the block party, and they decided that they're going to recruit Schoolboy Q as the headliner. They're having a good old time, but then it kind of gets awkward, and then they share something with something about Lawrence, which he likes his mayo and fries, which I do too. And they both laugh about it, and it's kind of back to normal. So obviously Lawrence and his friends advise him to kind of nip it in the bud and not to allow this to go on, and to kind of come to Issa as a man and say, can we just reel it back a bit? I don't want you to be sharing my deepest, darkest secrets with my new girl when I'm trying to get to know her and that I like her. So yeah, that happens. You also see Molly back at work, and her there's still some kind of animosity between her and her coworker. I don't know his name. Hopefully I'll learn his name. When I don't know someone's name, I'm just like, meh, it's whatever. So yeah, you could tell that because of what happened in last season and her not being a team player, it's kind of created a hostile environment where she doesn't feel comfortable to speak up and to speak her mind, and she'll just kind of be the fallback person. She'll just sit there kind of being the stands and have let other people shine, which is fine and all, but it's not in her nature. She just needs to know how to better manage her leadership skills, and I think she'd be great in that firm. And her coworker confronts her about some stuff that she knew about the case that would prevent him from doing extensive work when it wasn't needed. And so for him, he looks at it like, why wouldn't you tell me this? You wanted me to do this by myself and end up doing a lot of work. And Molly expresses to him about how she feels, and he's just like, okay, that's fine and all, but like, tell me when you have information. So that happens. You also see Molly plan this date with Andrew, and I don't know, it seems like something's going on with him when it comes to work, because he does get, on one of their past dates, he got a phone call from work that said that he lost, like, I guess a big client or something. So he just seems like he's kind of in a bum mood. But he's still very much like, I do like the banter, I do like the wittiness, and he looks like he puts in some work in the bed. I appreciate it. So he got tickets or something for them to go see Summer Walker, and she's like, no, why don't we just come to my house and we'll just chill here. So he's like, okay, cool. So he gets to her house and she's making gumbo, and they're having their cute witty banter back and forth, and she has him try the gumbo, and he's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of salty, and she's like, what are you talking about? Instead of just trying the gumbo first and then developing an opinion after the fact. But she agrees, but she's like, I don't care if it kills him, he's gonna have it. And they're eating and talking, and she's showing him pictures of her family, talking about childhood stuff, and then she tries to kind of approach the subject about like his family, and he's kind of shutting her down. He's giving her kind of curt answers, short sentences like, oh yeah, we didn't do this, oh yeah. And he mentions his sister and that he doesn't know where his sister is. And Molly's like, what do you mean you don't know where your sister is? And I'm just like, Molly, not every family is like a happy family. Like, a lot of people have problems in their family with family members and things of that nature. Like, and it's very clear he doesn't want to talk about it. So then she kind of like has an attitude, which every time she has an attitude, I'm just like, girl, stop it. So she has an attitude, and he's like, okay, what happened? And she's like, she told him, like, I want you to open up to me. I want us to have more depth, because, like, I don't feel like you have any depth, because I can't get to know you. He takes offense to it, and he leaves. So Molly and Issa meet, or are supposed to be meeting for dinner or lunch, whatever, and she's with Khandala. She's ending their meeting. So Molly sees Khandala, and you can already tell that there is a lot of jealousy going on. Molly does not seem happy to see Khandala, and you can kind of see how envious she is of their relationship, because their relationship, her and Issa's relationship, is very similar to Issa and Khandala, where they just get each other on a lot of levels. We haven't seen the bad part of Khandala's personality or relationship yet, so I don't put it past her to not be a perfect person, so it makes Molly jealous. So she's ready to tell. She wants to tell Issa about the whole relationship and what's happening with Andrew and stuff like that. She thought, like, it's gonna be girl time, And then she sees that Khandala's there. She's like, oh, Khandala's just leaving. And then, yeah, Khandala's like, yeah, I'm actually hungry, so I'm gonna go get something to eat. And then Issa's like, girl, why don't you just stay? And she ends up staying. Where Molly's annoyed, but then she kind of puts on her, I don't know, like her fake, like, white accent, like, yeah, everything's fine, like, which is annoying. And once again, rolling my eyes, I was like, Molly, stop it. So they don't say anything. Aside from that, you see Issa back with TSA Bay, and this time she's having sex with her back halfway off the floor, her head on the floor, and I'm like, you do you, girl. And then, because I noticed this when they were done, I was like, oh, so he's just lying down in bed. There's no condom? And he mentions, like, wait, like, where's the condom? And they're looking for it, and then Issa, and they show you, finds the condom. But in the end, she breaks up with him. She liked the sex, but apparently he had 2 kids and a 3rd one on the way. So I was like, no, Issa, that's not the type of guy we're looking for right now. And on their Sunday fun day, or I don't know if they call it Sunday fun day, but that's what I'm calling it. Molly tells Issa about Andrew, and then Molly says something snide at the point, like, sometimes I feel like you don't want to be happy because you're just always nitpicking on stuff, which it's a jab at Molly, but it is true. And then Molly gets a phone call, and it's from Andrew, and Andrew apologizes and says, like, I don't have the greatest family history, and I want to try to open up to you more, and things of that nature, which gets Molly happy. Lawrence visits Issa to talk about her not saying much to Khandala, which I'm realizing the timeline's kind of messed up, but Issa can do whatever she wants. I think Lawrence and Issa are going to find their way back to each other, whether they want to or not, because their relationship is too close for comfort. And I didn't like the way how they kind of were looking at each other when Lawrence came over to Issa's place. But yeah, so it's still 3 months before the block party, so you can tell their Issa and Molly's relationship is kind of rocky, but it's not unstable or it's not like toxic or anything. Right now it's just kind of a little bit rocky. They're kind of jabbing each other and saying snide remarks, but unfortunately it looks like it's going to get worse because they're not going to be talking at the end. So that's the end of my recap for Insecure Season 4, Episode 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I'm just a dumb cunt, fucking sick and tired of it. Maybe I could front love, maybe I could buy a zip, maybe I get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up, banging on that loud.